Here we go. First things first, read the question. It says how many yellow marbles are in the container. So my party people, is it okay with you if I just start the question off by saying, hey, blank yellow in the container? Is that fair to you? Cool. Sounds good. Now let's go ahead and go through the information presented to us in the question. Because I know I want the number of yellow marbles, now the next goal is just to see what information I have to work with. So let's go ahead and figure this out. It's going to say, hey, first of all, right over here, there are 3 types of marbles in a container. We have red, yellow, and green this time. So did anybody here freak out when they saw 3 types of items? Did anybody here go, okay, coach, man, I got you, man. Compare the same things in the same way. If there's a total, just add them up. And now coach gives me this question and dang it, coach, what's going on, man? Anybody feel that way? Like just when you felt like you got it figured out, I kind of tripped you up a little bit again. Trust me, this is a good thing happening because I'm going to show you how no matter how difficult it seems, we're still following the same principles, and that's what's important right now, okay? That's what's going to help you make more progress later. So I got you, Jack. I got you, man. So with that, here we are. Again, 3 types of marbles in the container, red, yellow, and green. Then it says the container has a total of 117 marbles. And then the ratio, blah, 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 blah. I want to focus on that right there. Everybody, is it okay that right here, the container has a total of 117 marbles? Is it fair that if we're looking for the number of yellow marbles in the container, that if they give us 117 total marbles in the container, is that fair for me then to write the total with the yellow that I'm seeking? Is that fair? Yeah, and I'm glad that you agree. Because again, we're looking for the actual number of yellow, and we have the actual total. So those are in a comparison. Those are being compared, yellow to total. Remember guys, you're only going to get as far as the materials that you use. So if you haven't taken advantage already of a sale, you can get up to $100 off of our plans for a short time only. That way you can raise your score and get the job you want. We make the process as easy as humanly possible because you don't have to guess on what's going to be on the test. All you have to do is once you sign up, all you have to do is sit down and put in effort because everything is lined up for you. So if you're tired of all the guesswork and all the frustration and all the test anxiety, we've got your back. Stop holding yourself back. You know that you need help. Get into it, and let's ace the ASVAB together. I'm Coach Anderson as always. There's my phone number. Check out the details of the program here, and use the code to get that discount. I'll see you there, my party people. Let's ace the ASVAB. Now, if we look at the next bit of information, I'll do this in blue. Again, red, yellow, green. It says the ratio of the red to yellow to green is 1 to 3 to 5. So with that said, let me pause right there. Is it okay if I write it like this? I'll go ahead and say 1 yellow to 5 green to 3 red. Is that fair? Is that how, right? Those are the numbers, the 1, 3, and 5. Why is that wrong? Why is that wrong? Help me out here. Why is that wrong? It's that one word that starts with an O. Why is that wrong? Thank you, Santiago. Thank you, Tariq. Wrong order. Thank you, Fiona. Wrong order. Remy, that's right. Manny, that's right. Skylar, that's right. Yep, it's the wrong order. Naila, that's right. Cool. Or is it Naila? Excuse me. That might be Naila. So with that, let's go ahead here. Let's write it in the right order. Write it in the correct order. It says, again, red to yellow to green. So that means it's going to be 1 red, 3 yellow, and 5 green. Again, the order matters. Was anybody confused on that part earlier in terms of the order? Was anyone confused on that part? And again, be honest. It's cool to say yes. I know this is one of the more straightforward parts of the problem, but if it was still confusing, just be honest. It's all good. Okay, cool. So now that we're here, everybody, here's another tip. If you want to write this down, please do. My suggestion is when you're creating a proportion, create it based off of the circumstances of the question. So here, the question, what we're looking for, poses yellow to total. So because the question poses yellow to total, I'm going to try to create the other comparison as yellow to total. You guys see where I'm coming from there? The question sentence gives you a good foundation there. They're going to say, hey, if you have this many total, how many yellow? Or this many this, how many that? Always go from there because it's so much easier to morph the other information into that than it is morphing that to the other information. So use that to your advantage. Set up your proportion based off of the comparison of the question. Here it's yellow to total. I can do that here. I can take this, dig it to the side, and I can go ahead and just stack these up. Stack these up right here. And watch this, everybody. What should I put for yellow? What should I put for yellow right there? What should I put for yellow? That's going to be 3. Thank you. So that's going to be pretty easy because here's my yellow right there. 3 yellow. Perfect. Now, on the other hand, I'm trying to get what now? What am I trying to put here? What am I trying to put there? Total. Exactly. So now let's go ahead and write total. Now my only problem is, what is my total? What's my total? How do I get that? What did I say again earlier in the previous question? Just like we had it earlier. Right, total just means add them all up. That definition doesn't change problem to problem. That definition doesn't change based off of how nervous you are. Math is math, logic is logic. So total, we will add all of these up and we will say, hey, 1 plus 3, that's 4. 4 plus 5 is 9. So we have 9 total in this ratio. Yes or no, does that make sense on how we got the 9? We added the red, the yellow, and the green together to get a total of 9 parts. That's how we got there. Hey, I'm glad it's making a little more sense now. There we go. So now that we have that, we have 9 total, and booyah. We now have enough to do our job. We're good to go. Now, like I always said, everybody, comparing the same things in the same way, as long as you're doing that, you can get the question right. And a lot of the times, you can get it right without even setting up the actual proportion. If you notice the comparison, that might work out just as well for you. Here's what I mean, everybody. Here's what I mean. Remember that the comparison is going to be with multiplication or division. So if I wanted to, I could set it up like this. Y yellow over 117 total equals 3 yellow over 9 total. I could absolutely do it this way. I could absolutely cross multiply and divide. Or I could notice, right here, my party people, that if I want to compare and go from whatever the 117 is to the y, it would be the same comparison as 9 to 3. And so, whether this is your first or 50th YouTube video of mine, it doesn't matter. Why don't you join me for a live class? That way you can ask questions, raise your score, and get the job you want for free. Again, I host classes once a week on Zoom, typically on Mondays. So go ahead and click the link up there or down here somewhere, register for free, and you get my free practice test that has video solutions so you can learn from every mistake. That's what it's all about here, my party people. I want to help you succeed, so don't hesitate. Sign up for free, and then let's get back to this problem here. Let's keep raising our scores. My party people, say it clearly. Give me the operation and the number. How do I go from 9 to 3? You can divide by 3. To go from 9 to 3, you can divide by 3. So if I'm talking purely by just looking at the comparison, I can get the answer very quickly. Because if I divide by 3 from bottom to top, that means I'll divide by 3 bottom to top. We can do 117 divided by 3. 3 goes into 11 3 times. Everyone, 3 goes into 27. How many times? That's going to be 9. And there's our answer. Our answer is going to be 39. And boom, we're done. y equals 39. So, my party people, again, we could have cross multiplied and divided, same idea. We would have just gotten 9y. Then 117 multiplied by 3, that would have given us 351, I believe that would have been it. And then from there, you would divide both sides by 9, giving you a much bigger long division than what we just did. So let me know if that makes a little more sense than it did before. Yeah, definitely a lot longer to process. Definitely a lot longer to process. That's why you always want to look for those little mental math, those avenues for shortcuts, and that can only come with enough practice. You know, I know so many people that want to just hang on to one question like this one and say, yeah, if I see this on the test, I know exactly what I'm going to do. Well, guess what? You're not going to see the same exact wording. You're going to see the same exact proportion question, I can guarantee you that. But are you going to see the same exact wording? No. You have to be able to decipher the keywords, not memorize solutions. Understand the keywords over memorizing solutions. I know, I was calling you out low-key, I know. But I want to make sure you understand that you got to know the process behind things, how and why things work, because that's how we'll get to the correct answer here, being A, 39. My party people, as always, thanks for watching. Please make sure you're subscribed to the channel. That way you can see all the updates that we come out with so you can keep improving. So don't wait, subscribe now, and then while you wait for the next video, look here or there to see a related video that's gonna help you improve even more. Let's keep raising that score, and let's get the job we want. I'll see you soon.